Do you think building a business is hard? Most people believe you need clients, a big budget, or tons of experience, but they're wrong. Starting an online business can be easy, free, and even a little bit lazy. Stick around and I'll show you the fastest, smartest way to start and scale today. For beginners, the biggest hurdles are feeling overwhelmed by options, being unsure of what works, and being scared of wasting time or money. And if you're already juggling a job or other commitments, it can feel impossible to fit something new into your life. It's no wonder that so many people never even get started. But here's the thing, I've been there. Starting from zero, I used this exact approach to build a recurring online income stream that pays me over $100,000 a month, and I've helped countless others do the same, proving that it works for anyone who's willing to follow a simple plan. That's why in this video, I'll show you how to launch an online business that works with your current schedule, one that doesn't require clients or technical skills or a big budget. And you'll discover the easiest and fastest way to get started today for free. How to do it without disrupting your current job, and 3 simple steps to land your first win fast. So let's dive in now. So we've got a lot of stuff to cover today, and I'm going to go through this as quickly and efficiently as I can to make sure that you get all of the action items that you need in order to go out there and put this in practice with none of the fluff. So this really is how to start an online business for absolute beginners. Whether you are brand new to this, whether you've tried before and not succeeded, whether you're already in the trenches, in the pits, fighting it out, but just not getting the results you want. Hopefully this is going to solve all of that for you by really laying out a simple but incredibly proven and profitable framework, the exact same one that I've used to build a life of complete time and location and financial independence, one that I've taught countless, hundreds, thousands of students at this point in order to do the same. And I'm going to show you how you can get started today for absolutely free, which I appreciate. Sounds way too good to be true, but stick with me and you're going to see how this all works. So here's the big problem. This is why starting an online business often feels so ridiculously overwhelming. Number one, lack of direction. Maybe you felt like this. You go to Google, how to start a business, or how to start an online business, or best online business to start, or best business for beginners, and you get all of these different results. But they all sound weird and a little bit confusing. They're using buzzwords and jargon and some things that you've never heard of before. Some of them seem a little sketchy, a little unethical, a little bit weird. So you don't really know what to do. And even if you do find one, you're not really sure of the next step. Number 2, overwhelmed by all these options. Well, should I sell on Amazon? Should I start a blog? Should I do freelancing? Should I start a digital marketing agency or SMMA or growth partner or this or that or the other thing? Again, almost endless supply of options. We call this analysis paralysis. There's simply too much to choose from. So it's easy to get stuck there and unable to take that first step. Number 3, fear of failure. This one is incredibly important and probably the biggest factor that stops most people. What if I put in time and money and it doesn't work? What am I going to feel like? What are my friends going to think? What's my partner going to think? What's my wife, my husband, my kids, anybody else, my employers? What are all these people going to think when I go out there and fail? This can be crippling, which prevents so many aspiring entrepreneurs from ever getting started. Now, my hope here today, my goal, my intention is to help you completely overcome that fear of failure by showing you a safe, low risk, essentially no risk way that you can get started with minimal effort, with no money, so that you're not going to, first of all, risk anything. And second of all, the potential upside here is absolutely massive. Okay, number 4, technical overwhelm. The thought of building websites or managing online payments, digital marketing, doing all of this stuff, again, it sounds ridiculously overcomplicated. And most of the time, the gurus out there that are trying to make it seem complicated, it's because they're trying to sell you a product, a training, a course, or something like that to help to simplify it or to explain it. So hopefully we're going to bypass all of that. No courses, 997 programs required here. All right, the solution. Well, here's a few of the more common online business options available. You'll see they've got big X's over top of them. E-commerce, very popular one. Think of drop shipping, think of starting your own store, Amazon FBA, selling through Amazon. Good potential here, but inventory, shipping, logistics, called 3PL, this stuff is an absolute nightmare. You're going to need to deal with suppliers and have stock and customer returns, not to mention the margins on physical products and sold just aren't that good. So you need to sell thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of units in order to build a life of freedom. All right, next option, freelancing. Well, you're still in this game of trading time for money, which means that yes, you may have left the traditional 9 to 5, the corporate cubicle, that office, and now you're working from home, but you're still tied and chained to your desk. You still don't have any real freedom or flexibility. Not to mention, the more that you want to earn, the more that you're going to have to work, which means extending your hours. I did this in the early days, started working 8 hours a day, then 10, then 12, then 14, then 16. It is not a fun and sustainable model. Not bad to get started, and again, can provide some quick income, but not really something that's going to build that everlasting wealth and that true passive income machine. Digital products, think of courses, downloadable PDFs, any kinds of trainings, things like that. Again, these can be profitable, but creating and marketing them is ridiculous. In fact, if you take a look at my career over its entire lifespan from, let's go back even a decade ago, trying to sell my first digital product, it just didn't work. Nobody bought it because I didn't have an audience. I didn't have a following. Fast forward to today, now with millions of followers across all the different platforms, it's significantly easier, but that's because there's a lot of followers. So if you're just getting started, this is not the best path. This is not the golden ticket that so many people promise that it is. So what is the best model for passive income, for lifestyle, for financial freedom, for the ability to do all this, for the ability to start it on the side, scale it up as you want to go? Well, it's something called affiliate marketing. Now, what affiliate marketing is essentially you acting as the middleman between two different parties. So between a business and between customers. And you're essentially just creating the marketing and the promotion and introducing people to that. And you make a pretty hefty commission, provided you choose the right affiliate marketing program. We'll talk about that in a second. So accessibility. Affiliate marketing, there's no upfront costs. You don't need to make a product. You just simply find and then recommend really great, powerful, profitable, popular tools to people who need them. This is the perfect starting point for beginners. It's something I wish I did so long ago. Fortunately, I found it now and in the past little bit, but if I had been introduced to these opportunities in the early days, I'd be well ahead of where I am now. Growing industry. Affiliate marketing is a $17 billion industry and it continues to grow. Plenty of room for newcomers to carve out their own piece of this incredibly lucrative, dare I say, delicious pie. Scalability. This part is probably my favorite of all. Once you set up your affiliate marketing systems, you can earn money while you sleep, which again, I appreciate sounds way too good to be true, but this is because of the recurring aspect of it. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. Number 4, low risk. There's no inventory. You don't need to buy anything or hold anything or ship anything or anything like that. Your financial input is incredibly low. This is free to get started, as I'm going to show you. So therefore, your risk is basically zero. You can start with just time and just effort. You can do this on the side. You can do this in the mornings, the evenings, the weekends, holidays, whenever you like. All right. Why affiliate marketing works and what most people get wrong. Let's start at the top, the middleman metaphor. I want you to think of affiliate marketing as being this middleman between a great product and someone who needs this. Touched on this really quickly, worth repeating here. Essentially, what you're doing here is you're not selling. You're not a salesperson who's going out there and trying to convince someone to buy a car or a new pair of shoes. You're simply understanding someone's problem and then presenting a clear and logical solution to it. In other words, if someone is drowning, we can give them a life raft. If somebody is hungry, we can give them a sandwich. We're not having to sell anything because they're in desperate need. They want what we have. Number 2, recurring revenue is king. Bit of a rhetorical question here, but would you rather sell a one-time gadget, so I sell something for $20, or would you rather earn that same $20 or $50 or $100 or $500 or $1,000 every single month, time and time and time again? Well, that's the power of subscriptions, and recurring revenue is the key to building a sustainable online business, one that does not directly tie your time to your income. Number 3, you focus on solutions, not products. One option, obviously, selling random gadgets and gadgets on Amazon. Well, it's a tough game, completely competitive, really ridiculous. On the other hand, selling a solution that businesses already want and need, this is where the money is. You're selling to people who have money. You're selling to people who have a problem. And now you're going to present them with a very easy, proven, profitable solution that's going to solve all their problems for them. Number 4, build relationships, not just sales. The most successful affiliate marketers build long-term relationships with their audience. Trust is your most valuable asset in this business. Again, it helps to be selective of the affiliate program that you're going to sell. You don't want to sell just anything out there. First of all, most affiliate programs out there pay way too little in commission. I'm talking about 1% or less. You're not going to make a lot of money doing that. Some plans pay 10%, some pay 15%, some pay 20%. I'm going to show you one that pays 40%, which means you get to keep 40% of all of the revenue that you generate by simply suggesting someone use something. Incredibly powerful. And again, how I've managed to make so much money with this. So what is this perfect product? Well, it's selling something called Go High Level software. Go High Level is also sometimes referred to as just High Level, but really what it is an all-in-one business and marketing suite. It combines CRM, some marketing automation, website building into one easy-to-use, powerful platform. Think of it like the Swiss Army knife of online business tools. So if you want to build a website, you can do that with High Level. Do you want to send an email campaign? High Level helps. Do you want to send SMS marketing or build landing pages or do follow-up or do SEO or do anything like that? High Level does all of this and so much more. Next, user-friendly design. Do I need to be a tech expert in order to sell marketing software? And the answer is, lucky for all of us, absolutely not. The platform is designed to be user-friendly for small business owners. It's designed to be user-friendly for you, for me, for my parents, for my brother, for my friend, for anybody that wants to get into this. My kids have actually built funnels using High Level. Now, the oldest one is 9 years old, managed to put together an entire funnel thanks to something called Funnel AI, where the AI does most of the heavy lifting for them. So if you can use a smartphone, you can use High Level. Next, maybe most important of all, clear ROI, return on investment for businesses. So why would businesses want to use High Level? Well, it saves them time, which is actually their most valuable asset by far, and also makes them more money. Actually, let's unpack this time thing for a second because it is super important and something that most beginners, even intermediate and advanced people miss, is that when you're proposing this or offering this to business owners, the biggest opportunity is to show them how it's going to save them time. Time is by far their most valuable asset. It is the one thing that they do not have enough of. They're wearing all of the hats, trying to do all of the things. So you don't want to sell this as something that's going to allow them to get in and do all this work. You want to highlight the automation of this, the AI aspect of this, how this is going to save them time and do the heavy lifting for them. Really, it becomes a no-brainer sale. Go High Level automates tedious tasks, allowing businesses to focus on growth. All right, quick case study. Let's talk about Sarah, cafe owner. This is one of the kind of typical clients that you could go propose using this software to. So Sarah owns a cafe, struggling with online marketing, didn't know what she was doing most of the time, inconsistent campaigns, and was losing business and feeling completely overwhelmed. The solution was simply using High Level, which allowed Sarah to automate her marketing and to create targeted follow-up campaigns so she could sort of create this subscription revenue and get people coming back to the cafe. Result, within 3 months, Sarah saw a 40% increase in traffic, 25% boost in repeat customers, her stress levels down, her profits go up, and the takeaway is, we're not just selling software or marketing systems or anything like that. We're selling these business transformation tools that deliver real measurable results for small business owners. Again, that's what the business owner wants. They want the results. They don't care how we get there. The fact that we get there using automated, powerful software tools that do all of the heavy work, heavy lifting hardware for them, that's a bit of a bonus. But the results are they're going to get more time back. They're going to save money on using all kinds of different complicated tools, and they're going to make a lot more money because of it. All right, so how do we do this? In 3 simple steps. Step number 1, you've got to pick your niche. This is, again, something that a lot of people overlook, which is they think they're going to do all of the things for all of the people. But there's an expression that says the riches are in the niches. And again, it doesn't matter if you pronounce it niche or niche or nichey or whatever you want to call it it whatever you like. But the point is, we want to be selective here. So maybe we're going to work with roofers or plumbers or dentists or gyms or salons or medical spas or massage therapists or painters or whatever it is. So what I want you to do here is think about the businesses that are in your town and think of who could use more customers. Maybe it's an oil change shop, an auto detailing business, doggy daycare, or pet spa. There's going to be a lot of them. But if you start local and think like that, you're going to find that there are probably thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of different businesses like that scattered all around the country that you can serve as well. Because you do not need to be local in order to serve these businesses, but it is a good spot to start. Step 2, set up your tools. All we really have to do is show these businesses how easy it is to get started with High Level. There's free trials, there's templates, there's snapshots. In fact, at the end of this video, I'm going to make sure to put a link below in the descriptions, somewhere around, that you're going to be able to download and install my complete marketing system for you to use. You can use it for yourself. You can use it with your clients. And again, it is yours completely free. You're going to get access to it just by signing up for a free extended 30-day free trial with High Level. When you do that, you're going to get access to all of my tools and my templates and my scripts and my frameworks and my websites and my funnels, literally everything that I've used over the past decade to build million-dollar campaigns, work with some of the biggest businesses in the world like Google and Amazon and Meta and countless other entrepreneurs. So make sure we do that. We set up the tools. We click a couple buttons. It's pretty much good to go. Now, also, you can offer them anything else that you would need. Maybe you're going to help them set up the software. Maybe you're going to provide them niche-specific funnels or ad campaigns or review generating, anything like that. And then step number 3, find your first customers. Again, you do not need, unlike digital courses, anything like that, you don't need a big following. You can start with your local network. You can start with online communities. You can start by identifying a niche and simply reaching out to them via email, via direct message. You could even call them. You can stop by in person. Because again, we don't need to act like pushy, hardcore salespeople here. We have a solution to a problem that they have, and we're just going to introduce it to them. And just like that, we can be up and running. So here's a few examples of some very profitable niches for you to use with high level. So number 1 is any kind of contractor. Think of roofing, plumbing, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, things like that. The reason these businesses work so well is because they need help getting more leads and then scheduling leads. And of course, the beauty of high-level software is that it's going to allow us to generate leads. It's then going to allow us to nurture those leads through email campaigns, SMS, and it's going to allow us to actually schedule those leads onto a business's calendar automatically using AI, using automations, things like that. We can actually book appointments for our clients without having to do a thing. Gyms and fitness studios, very, very popular, very long-standing, still incredibly profitable. Not just gyms and fitness studios. Think outside the box as well. Maybe there's yoga, maybe there's Pilates, maybe there's personal trainers. But again, member management, class scheduling, retention campaigns. We can do reactivation campaigns. All of this, again, fully automated, click of a button. Salons and spas. Nail salons, nobody is selling to them right now. Very big opportunity. Medical spas, popular. Barber shops, hair salons, anything like that. Again, we can give them booking systems, client reminders, loyalty programs. All of this can be managed through high level. Dental practices. Think any kind of medical practice. Think dental, think physio, think chiropractic, but we can do patient scheduling, follow-ups, marketing campaigns, all automated, allowing dental offices, any kind of healthcare, to focus on providing great care and letting the software do the rest. All right, so how do we get started? Well, like I mentioned below, there is going to be a link below the video for an extended free trial of this. Normally, the free trial is 14 days, but I know the founders, we've been using the software for, since 2019 now, so a long time. Absolutely powerful. We use it with all of our agencies and all of our clients and students. So we've got you an extended 30-day free trial, and it's going to be fully loaded with everything that I've mentioned here so far. Take a look at all the templates and everything that you're going to get access to, go through the funnels, look at the websites. Again, you don't need to be tech savvy, but play around, have some fun. Take a look at all the stuff that you're going to be able to do. There's also a ton of training resources. There are daily calls for you to get help and support and expertise. There is also, I'm going to mention this later, but a free, when you act now and sign up for a limited time, a free one-on-one kickoff call where you can meet with an expert and actually get this thing set up with you. There's community support. There's just an absolute ridiculous amount of resources in order to help you succeed with this business model. So let's talk a little bit more about how to find your first customers, because that is what's going to enable you to take this from just sort of messing around, having a good idea of what you want to do, to like really blowing the roof off this thing and building yourself a completely new life and business. Number 1, I do recommend you start local. My expression that I love is start local, think global. So local is great because you're going to have a unique competitive advantage of being in that local area. So you're going to speak the language and know the terms and know the city and the town, and maybe you went to the same school and all of that. But then later you will want to expand because there are countless thousands of other businesses you can help beyond your local area. So reach out to businesses, buy them some coffee, show them how you can help them, talk about their problems. And again, you can offer to help them for free, but more on this on step 4. Number 2, leverage online communities. Think about Facebook groups, LinkedIn communities, school groups, any other kind of forums. There's Reddit. There's lots of different areas. There's chambers of commerce, which are kind of local, sometimes online as well. Again, if you go into these groups with a targeted niche and focus in mind, and you focus on providing value, answering questions, helping, making suggestions, linking to your software, things like that, well, you're going to be able to provide some real value. And then people are going to just naturally come to you for, hey, well, that sounds great. How do I do that? How do I get help with that? How can you help? All right, number 3, use your network. Take your phone, take a look through all of your contacts right now. All of those are not necessarily potential clients, but they're going to know people who would be potential customers for you. Same thing with your email. Look through all of your email contacts. Everyone in there you could reach out to and say, hey, just started using a brand new marketing software. It's been incredibly powerful. We're helping this do this. Just wondering if you knew anybody that would want me to help set them up for free, which leads me to step 4, offer a free trial. Consider offering a free month of service to your first few clients in exchange for testimonials and referrals. Or alternatively, you could charge $1 a day. Again, if you're getting overwhelmed with people wanting free trials, let's bump it up to $1 a day. Again, you're not going to get rich by charging $1 a day, but what you are going to do is separate the people that are genuinely serious and want to take that step by putting some kind of skin in the game, some kind of money into it, and then you can way over deliver for them. They can stay on, and then after that, then you can start charging $300 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month for all of the services. All right, let's talk about scaling it. How do you take this thing from side hustle to full-time income? So you can get rid of your 9-to-5 or supplement the existing business that you have or add another revenue stream to whatever you're trying to do. First of all, I want you to think of recurring revenue stacking. Again, the reason and the beauty of this business model, of this subscription style income, is that we're not selling one-off things like a pair of shoes for $100 or a gadget on Amazon for $7.99. We're selling this month after month after month with recurring subscriptions, because once your customers realize how valuable and how helpful your software is to them, well, they're going to stick around. So 10 clients paying $300 a month, that's $3,000 in passive income. This model allows you to build predictable, scalable income stream. Also, time-saving goals. High Level automates repetitive tasks, so you can manage more clients without working more hours. Again, we can simply sell them the software. There's a number of different ways to do this. We can brand it and label it yourself, which is one option called white labeling, or you can simply sell it just like that. Say, hey, this is High Level. Use my link. I'll make sure to set it up for you. And then you're going to collect 40% subscription revenue, recurring affiliate revenue, as long as they stay with it. And then after that, then you can expand to new niches. So master one, then rinse and repeat. The beauty of small businesses is that a plumber has the same problems as a roofer, who has the same problems as a bakery, who has the same problems as a massage therapist. They all need more leads, more customers, and more sales. And the software solves it for them. Now, there's nuances in the language that they use. For example, a dentist doesn't call their customers, they call them patients. A gym doesn't call them customers, they call them members. So there are important differences, which is why it is important to focus on one niche first. But once you've got that done, you can kind of just like take the cap off and just go as big as you want. All right, let's talk about probably the biggest problem of all, though. This I'm not ready mindset. I'm going to do it later, or it sounds too scary, or I'm not sure what to do. And in order to show you how to get over this, I want to tell you my story, which was that I used to be a very well-paid corporate business jet pilot. So I flew business jets around the world for the world's rich and famous. And then one day I simply couldn't do it anymore. And I basically snapped. I kind of had we could call it quitting, but I'd call it a nervous breakdown. I was like, I got to get out of here. And they're like, you got to get out of here. So I went home, I quit flying. I had no idea what to do from there. I knew I wasn't going to go back flying, but I had nothing. Started selling running shoes for minimum wage, started working odd jobs, started looking for construction, had no idea what to do. I kind of stumbled into marketing when my wife said, hey, why don't you do marketing? And I was like, I don't even know what it is. So I got a book and I started going. And all it took from there was just like step by step by step. That was it. Got a book, got a little more interested, read a few more things, started learning about websites. That led me to some SEO, which led me to social media, which led me to get a client, which led me to make some money, which led me to make a lot of money. So, number one, you got to embrace imperfection. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. That's it. Every master was once a disaster. You don't need to be, what does that say? You don't need to be great to get started, but you need to start to be great. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started as a beginner. None of us started even knowing what marketing was, which is proof that great marketers are trained and not born. Number two, focus on progress, not perfection. I want you to celebrate small wins. Learn from setbacks. Each step forward is progress, no matter how small. Baby steps here. Take a step. First, we sign up for the software. Then we watch a training. Then we implement it. Then we watch another training. Then we book a kickoff call. Then we set up some things. Then we try playing around with colors or this or that. All of these baby steps add up until you're finally fully competent. And then once you have this power, once you have the ability to do marketing, it's something that no one can ever take away from you. And your destiny is in your hands. You have complete control. You get to write your own ticket for the rest of your life. Again, I can't explain just how powerful that is and how different my life is now to when
to the stages before I had this kind of power and control. And it really just came from learning the things that I'm sharing with you here, as well as in so many other free resources that I'm going to give you access to. Speaking of which, number 3, leverage available resources. Use the training and support provided by High Level and the community. You are not alone on this journey. There are 60,000 other people that are all doing this with you. Now, for context, just in case you think this is saturated, there's around 4.5 million different Shopify stores. So people doing drop shipping and online e-commerce, 4.5 million. People doing this kind of thing, 60,000. We're like a fraction of the size. And yet the profitability, the margins are orders of magnitude higher. Start small, think big. Begin with one client, focus on getting great results. Success breeds confidence and more success. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it too. I really am the quintessential, albeit kind of cliched, rags to riches story by leaving the corporate world, living on Folgers $2 drip coffee per pot. We're talking per pot. Eating tuna out of a can, trying to figure out how I'm going to survive and pay my bills next month to becoming a multimillionaire. And it's all through marketing and doing these kind of systems that you're learning here. All right, your next steps, the call to action. Number 1, you got to start today. As the old expression goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. It is not too late, but you will regret it if you wait a week, a month, a year from now. The point is, the time is going to pass anyway. 1 year from today is going to be 1 year from today. So would you rather look back at how far you've gone and all you've accomplished, or look back and wish that you started today? Again, you want to start today. Again, every day you wait is a day you could be earning recurring income. Next, claim your free kickoff call. This is important. Right now, limited time, we're getting given away additional guidance and support with a free one-on-one kickoff call. So you can hop on with an expert to walk you through things one-on-one to make sure that it's set up and you're really set up to succeed right from the start. Next, claim your bonus. This is important. There's going to be a link somewhere around or below this video that's going to get you a limited time bonus. So you're going to get my complete modern marketing system, my snapshots, my templates, my scripts, my frameworks, my websites, my funnels, literally everything that you need to succeed, both for yourself and for your clients, as well as a one-on-one kickoff call, as well as a ton of training resources, as well as, I believe we have daily coaching calls now from Monday to Friday. Like, there is so many free resources here designed to help you. You definitely want to take advantage of this. Next, I'm going to offer you a challenge. This is optional, but I'm going to suggest it. I want to challenge you to sign up for the free trial, start going through the materials, and then at least reach out to 5 businesses this week. I don't say you need to sign them. You don't need to make them do anything, but just simply have a conversation with them, because taking that first step is going to be massive towards changing your life. All right, let's cover some frequently asked questions. And we'll go over some metrics, some numbers, some fun stuff there. How long is this going to take to make money? That's the big question. Answer, results vary, but many affiliates see their first commission within 30 to 60 days of consistent effort. This is me being conservative and making sure I'm legally protected by not making any crazy income claims like make $1 million overnight. The fact is, this is going to take some time, but you're in control of this. The more you do, the faster you're going to get results. And unlike other things where you're trading time for money, this is going to compound. So more effort now is going to lead to significantly more money later on down the road, because it just snowballs and builds from there. All right, what if I don't know any business owners? Good news. No one does when they're first starting. I certainly didn't. You don't need a pre-existing network. I'm going to show you how to connect with potential clients online and in your local community. Again, all of this training is provided free of charge when you sign up for that free trial. Do I need technical skills? Nope. It's easy enough, designed to be user-friendly. If you can use social media, if you can use your smartphone, you can use the platform. Is the market saturated? This is my favorite one. No, not even close. Again, compared to say drop shipping with 4.5 million, we're sitting at like 60,000 people are in on this business. It is tiny in comparison, and it's just getting started. These are billion-dollar industries, and we are right at the very beginning of seeing how powerful and how profitable this is. We already have countless case studies, people using it with other businesses, people making ridiculous amounts of money for themselves. The time to start really is now. All right, we can talk about Lisa, who is a client who basically started with no idea what to do and went on to build a very lucrative business. So, stay-at-home mom, no marketing experience, just like most of us when we start, felt stuck, unsure about her future career prospects, found High Level, basically was introduced to it by me, walked her through it, got her to start doing affiliate marketing, so she didn't need a product, didn't need a service, didn't need anything like that. We're simply recommending the software, and through consistent effort, Obviously, she did the work, put in the stuff, started to get clients, started to build her business, and is now earning, actually, I believe it's more than this now, but $5,000 a month with just 7 clients, all while maintaining flexibility for her family. Many people want to start location independent businesses so they can travel the world. People like Lisa and people like myself. I'm a homebody, so I like staying at home. I still go on the odd trip there. We'll take a few months and go travel around Europe or go to Hawaii for a month or so. But I like being home. So I basically get to drop my kids off at school or pick them up from school, take them to sports, have dinner with them every night. I can work weekends if I want. I used to, I don't anymore. Kick off early at around 3 or 4 p.m. Do whatever I want, because again, complete freedom and flexibility here. Your future, my friend, it awaits. Financial freedom. I want you to imagine for a second, just waking up to emails saying you've earned a commission. No clocking in, no boss, just freedom. In fact, there was a time where I was setting up notifications for Stripe, which is the payment system that we use to get paid. And every time that someone signed up, I would get a ding. And we were making so many signups and making so much money. I had to turn it off because it was just this ridiculous thing of my phone just going ding, 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 ding all the time. Incredibly motivating in the early days though. Flexible lifestyle, work from anywhere, set your own hours, prioritize what matters most to you. Again, like I said, I'm kind of a homebody. I drive a minivan. I can hang out with my kids whenever I want. My neighbor stopped by the other day at 2:00 in the afternoon and I was playing a board game with my kids and there was genuine concern in her eyes being like, why are you home on a Tuesday? Why are you in sweatpants? Is your life okay? Are things going okay? So I assured her we were doing just fine. Personal growth, develop new skills, overcome challenges, become the entrepreneur you've always dreamed of being. When you learn how to do this, you create something called cash confidence. You will never worry about having money again. You will never worry about having a boss again or having to go to a job that you don't want to go to because you have the ability to make money and to go out there and take control and again, write your own ticket. And of course, meaningful impact. We're not selling garbage to kids that they don't need. We're not selling junk food. We're not selling anything unhealthy. We're not even selling clothes or fashion or anything like it. We are selling valuable, time-saving, money-making tools that help small businesses. We do good work. Sounds a bit trite, I appreciate. But the fact is, small businesses, they need help. They need this software. They're drowning in a sea of tasks and marketing that just isn't working. And we can lift them out of that and empower them with simple software. All right, so what do we want to measure? This one's slightly more advanced, so feel free to come back to this slide later, but I figure it's important now to at least sort of plant the seed of what we're looking at and just what we're going to be tracking. The first thing is monthly recurring revenue. This is called MRR. This matters because this shows you the stability and growth of your business. So essentially what we're looking for is your MRR, your monthly recurring revenue, to be going up month over month. So say month one, it's $1,000. Well, the next we want 10% more, then 10% more. I feel 10% is really conservative. In the early stages, I was growing by at least 100%. So it would be like 1,000 the first month, then 2,000, then 4,000, then 8,000, then 16,000, then 32,000, then 64,000. And you just want to keep it growing like that. But of course, eventually it might slow down or you might just find out, hey, I'm fine with 20,000 a month or 30,000 a month. And now I'm going to coast. Although I have a feeling you're going to find it pretty addictive and pretty fun to do. Client retention rate. This is the next one. How long are clients sticking around and are they leaving right away or are they staying? We're looking for 90% or higher. Average revenue per client. This one's important because you're going to be able to charge more as you get more experience selling it, as you get more comfortable with it. Again, this is going to depend on if you're just selling it as a straight up affiliate, which is a great place to start, but there's so many other things you can do with the software, including putting your own brand or your own logo on it, including offering additional services inside the software. So again, we're just looking for an increase here. And of course, client acquisition cost. This is I'm going to call this very, very advanced because this is when we would start running something like paid ads or doing anything like, or building teams, which you definitely do not need to do. But what we want to make sure that we're doing is we're not spending money to acquire clients that's beyond the cost of the actual client. So again, keep that just in the back of your mind for later. All right, so let's lay out your roadmap here for success and what this has the potential to look like. So months 1 to 3, I like to consider these sort of those foundation periods. So your goal here, sign up for the trial, learn the software, go through the trainings, do your kickoff call, show up for as many free calls as you possibly can, set things up, and start to get your first 1 to 3 clients, which is going to pay you anywhere from $300, $500, maybe $1,000 for your first few months, just constantly making that online income. Months 4 to 6. Now you're going to start to dial in the process a little more. You're going to know your niche a little bit better. You're going to know what to do. You're going to feel more comfortable. So now we're going to be looking to take on your next, say, 5 to 10 clients. And you might want to start building out your brand as well. Maybe polishing your name. Feel free to use your name, but maybe polishing up your website. Again, we're going to use templates to do this. So there's not really a lot of work to be done here. We just simply install maybe a nicer looking template, all automated. But now we could be looking at $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month, month 7 to 12. Now we're going to scale this up. Now we're starting to make some real online income. So now maybe we're starting to get some systems for efficiency. We have lists of people we might want to talk to. We're a little more concise and clear on the services that we offer and how it's going to help them. Things are really getting dialed in. Now we're at like 15 to 20 clients. You might even consider hiring a virtual assistant or a friend or a family member to help with some emails or for some outreach or to help guide people in the right direction. And then, of course, from that, beyond 12 months, year 2 and beyond, well, at this point, if you've been doing this for a period of time, the financial opportunities here are massive and pretty much unlimited. There really is no income ceiling on how much you can make with this. So at this point, you can offer more things. You can think about putting your own label on it. You may want to create your own agency, or you might choose to do what I've done, which is to just continue selling it because it's a really, really good software and you don't need a team. You don't need clients. You're simply selling it to customers. And there's a big difference because customers are buying into the software and then high-level support is going to look after all of them for you. You don't need to handle tech calls or tech support or anything like that. We're simply offering and introducing this, and then you get to reap all of the financial benefits of that. So if you're interested in starting and building your very own online business just for you, that's going to allow you to unlock time and location and financial freedom, I strongly suggest checking out the link that I've got somewhere around this video. Sign up for that free trial, unlock all of the free bonuses that I've talked about here and so much more. And I'm genuinely excited for you. I can't wait to see what you build. I can't wait to hear about your journey and about the new life that you're going to build. So make sure to click that link, sign up now, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the inside.